Right then, folks, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world, welcome. Mick here, Kentish Man Collects. Got a couple of things today. Firstly, I've had another bundle through of 70 comics, maybe 70 plus comics from dmcollectorslounge. Check him out on Vinted and eBay and YouTube. Nice guy, selling off bundles of 10 for £4.75 on Vinted, which is an absolute bargain. Trust me, absolute bargain. I mean, if you want these to collect, you can't go far wrong. If you want them for resale, there's probably still a bit of money left in it for that. Anyway, so I've unboxed these 70. Now, they're all from his personal collection. I paid a little over 20 quid for these, posted via InPost, which I must say have impressed me so far. So if you haven't already, download the app. Very reasonable. InPost boxes all over the place, predominantly outside, your corner shops, Tesco's, all that sort of garages. One of the local garages has even got one now, as well as an Amazon drop-off point. But yeah, very easy to use. The app runs very well and gives you constant updates, tracks it. Yeah, do you know what? No complaints. No complaints from me. Anyway, let's get into it. So, I've already had a bundle of 15 packs of 10. So 150 comics I've purchased off Mick, I believe. What was that? I got that Friday, so there will be a video. I thought I'd already done one, I hadn't, and I must do more, I know. So yeah, but it's comics like this. Well, there's a variety really. So we've got DC, there's a bit of Marvel in there. Another Checkmate there. So I got 4 or 5 Checkmate in the last one. We've got some Wildstorm comics. Again, DC, Captain Atom, Hardware, a couple of those in there. Again, more Checkmates, slightly older version. Some are boarded and bagged. Some aren't. That's one of those that are. Again, nice little backed Falcon there. I'm going to say that's sort of 90s, which is about the time I started collecting comics, really. So yeah, like I say, we've got some Marvel, and that's how it runs through generally. For all of them, I'll do another couple because I know you're interested. So yeah, I've been collecting since the 90s, on and off. I mean, the storylines were getting a bit ridiculous. People dying and coming back, and alternate universes, and all that sort of malarkey. And yeah, we sort of went from 1 comic a week to 15 comics a week. Stories just getting dragged out. Solo Man. Isn't that Superman baddie in Superman 3? So we've got some New 52. I've got quite a lot of New 52. Another one now, look. Shazam. Again, love that old comic smell. Get another New 52 there. Flash, we've got Justice League Dark. Got another Justice League Dark there. Now I've had some doubles, but that's fine. That's fine. I'll probably take the best from what I've got. Bearing in mind, I've probably got about 2,000, only about 2,000 comics up in the loft myself. So yeah, I'll probably take the best of what I've got and just put the other ones into resell. Some random ones like that. Ultraverse, not heard of Ultraverse. We've got a Nightman, got some Icon. Yeah, some of the artwork on this is fantastic, isn't it? Marvel Premiere featuring Torpedo. Be interesting to know. Be interesting to see how much that one's worth. It's an old comic. It's an old comic cover. What's that? It's got to be 70s, isn't it? 1977. Might take a little screenshot of that and see what that's coming back as. That's a really nice cover as well. That's a shame it's not in a bag. On that note as well, if you want bags, there's a company on eBay, Silver Age, I think they're called, Silver Age. They do bags and boards, 100 of each, £22.49. Captain Carrot and his amazing zoo crew. That's random. Featuring Superman. And another, we've got 100 bullets there. Like I say, I've had a... This is my third lot from... do you know, I'm trying to put them in the box. Yeah, this is my third bundle from DM. The DM Collectors Lounge. Got some Hellstorm there. Hellstrom. And another quite nice Captain Marvel there. Look, nice old cover. Probably 70s again. And then you get some random weird ones like that. Odd. So like this is my third bundle now. I think we're into the hundreds, not of pounds, of comics. 3 lots. I think there's a 7, so there's a 7 and 2, 7, a 10 and a 15. So, but yeah, very good prices when you consider what you're getting. Yeah, can't grumble really, guys. You know, he's a nice guy as well. So check out his channel and his shops, Vinted and eBay. And he does memorabilia, sports memorabilia, film memorabilia. He's got some wrestling figures on there. Wrestling figures have never really been my bag, but they're boxed and carded and they look mint. And there are some quite rare ones on there. And he's got some 90s figures as well, which I believe he's selling off at a very reasonable price. Anyway, so I got a message last night on WhatsApp from a friend. And it came with a picture. Well, it came with a picture, then it came with a message. And I was like, ooh, vintage Star Wars figures. Now, if you know me, you know I like a vintage Star Wars figure. And I do have several. This was with the Rebel Troop Transporter. Again, I'll put a picture down here, and then I'll probably do a separate video. But it's currently in the box at the back of the car. So sent me a picture, and it was like, oh, and I saw it, and she didn't tell me which charity shop this was in, but it was in a charity shop. So it's vintage Star Wars figures in the window, out in the wild. I mean, you're probably thinking, yeah, gone. 9 o'clock in the morning, that'll be gone. Or why have the people in the shop not taken it? Don't know. Maybe some people just aren't interested. So obviously she walked off, left it, headed home. I mean, everybody I know knows that I like collectibles and I'm a bit of a hoarder, but not everybody will initially buy something for me, and that's fair enough. You know, it's so when she seen it in the shop, sent me a picture. I was like, oh, a couple of the figures they've got permanent marker on them, and yeah, they're a bit minging, paint scuffs, so they would be classed as beaters. And I was like, yeah, it's probably about £2 to £4 in it per figure, and if the Rebel Transporter's complete, stickers every unboxed, you're probably looking at, I don't know, 25 to 35 quid, something like that, if it's complete. I mean, to be fair, if you buy a carcass for 15 quid, it's probably going to cost you about another 30 quid just to, probably about another 30 plus quid just to put the cannons in, the hatches, the escape hatch, nightmare. Probably just better off getting a 3D printed one. But anyway, she said, oh, I'll pop in first thing tomorrow morning, see how much. I said, well, so I gave her the prices, and I was like, yeah, if it's still there, it's because it's priced, it's bonkers. Anyway, gets a message this morning, 9 o'clock. Oh, I've been in and offered the guy 15, didn't take it. Got to 18, didn't take it. He said 20 was his figure. I was like, 20, wow, bargain. There must be about 12, 13 figures in there. Anyway, she then left it and gone to work. So I'm at work. It's the holidays, obviously. I did need to get out and get some other bits. So I've basically taken 10 minutes out of my day on a whim, because as yet, I still don't even know which charity shop it is. So I've messaged her before I've left, which charity shop. I'm halfway to where I think it is, because she's given me rough directions. Anyway, it turns out it's the Demelza. Gets into the town centre, parks up, whack, sticks half an hour on the Ringo, runs down to the shop, and I don't do running, but I was quite excited. The anticipation was up there. It was overflowing. Is it going to be there? Have I wasted my time? Well, not really, because like I said, I needed to grab some other bits on the way out, so for work. And yeah, as I'm approaching the shop, it's there. It's still in the window. So I get in the shop. There's about 15 people milling around the area. Shut the door, scooped everything up like a little baby, put all the figures in, and taking it to the counter. Bloke's come up. I said, I was told this was 20 quid. He went, yes. I said, yeah, a friend of mine was in earlier. He went, yep, we had a chat. I said, yeah, nice one. So yeah, I even got a bag for free, which is nice, big laundry bag, so that'll do for storing stuff. And yeah, like I say, I'll stick a picture down here. And so more Star Wars figures, but there's a hammerhead in there, which is a pretty cool figure. I think I've only got one of them. There's a walrus man, which again has been drawn on, but a bit of white spirit might get that off, or nail varnish remover. Literally only got one of them, and he's not in fantastic condition, so I'm hoping this one, after it's cleaned, will be better. What else is there? Emperor's Royal Guard with the cloak, so that's good. And I did notice when I lifted the top off, there's an Action Force figure in there as well, so win-win really. Oh, Rebel Commander, which I've only got one of as well, I find them quite difficult to find. So yeah, it's been a good day so far. Anyway, I've prattled on for long enough. Like and subscribe. Check out those links I've stuck on DM Collectors Lounge. Check out his vintage shop. You'll get a bargain on there all day long, and he's a really, he seems like a really nice guy. Like I say, so much so I've been back 3 times and I've not had a bad experience yet. So, and he's chucking out videos every day. So I think there's some kind of trial going on. There's a thing going on a minute. I think he's given himself 100 days on Vinted to make X amount. So I've still got about 40 videos to watch. So and I've started at like 57. So kind of going to be time traveling. Anyway, folks, it's been fun. I must get back to work now. Take care. See you. Bye.